Gilmer, and this is episode 15 of my Let's Play American Civil War 2. And let's just recap a little bit. I'm doing really well on national morale at 107. The Confederacy is at 90, which is still not bad, but I need to start driving it a little bit more down. In the most recent few turns, I've been able to promote General Grant to a 3-star, and also General Thomas, who is another excellent general, to a 3-star. And before I started recording, I did a lot of looking and planning and buying units, and I knew that that's might not be one of the things that people want to see, especially just buying units and cycling through every one of my units just to see if I'm missing anything. And I pretty much have been keeping up fairly well with most of the units, but I did want to do some things that I really didn't want to take a lot of time on a recording showing you. But if you take a look up here at Danbury, Connecticut, and it has a lot of forces. I have a lot of forces moving to Danbury, Connecticut. This is going to be my amphibious force. And I think because I went crazy on promoting generals to Army Command, I don't know if I'm able to promote somebody like Grant to Army Command at this point, but I should at some point be able to. But he's pretty powerful in his own right as a corps. So the general I'm going to put in charge of my amphibious force is actually going to be McClellan. And I guess the reason why is because if you look at him, he doesn't really have any corps attached to him yet. And so he's pretty much open for doing anything, and I really haven't been using his training ability as much as I probably should have, and hopefully this will maybe get some units under his command and also help train them. But what I'm going to do with this amphibious force, this amphibious invasion, obviously, well, not obviously, because it could have gone somewhere else, but I am actually going to do what historically was done, and I'm going to make a move on New Orleans. I don't know yet where I want to land, but I'm thinking if I don't necessarily know if I want to go through here, because I'll get bombarded by the forts here, I'm pretty sure. So I'm thinking about maybe coming to here and doing a distant offload to here, and then it's just one region over, and it has a rail track. I'm not saying that it still won't be, it might take a long time to get here, but he doesn't look like he's that well defended, the New Orleans. So I'm hoping I'll be able to take it fairly easily, and then maybe possibly start pushing up the Mississippi and taking Baton Rouge or Baton Rouge and Natchez, which was a center of a lot of the wealth of the Mississippi, where a lot of plantation owners lived, and a lot of fairly rich people lived. And then, just as you can see, I mean, it's fairly obviously I start moving up and taking places like Vicksburg and Jackson, Mississippi. So that is part of my planning, and most of the other stuff I think you kind of already know about. I've talked about. I'm still sieging Richmond, and I'm ferrying back and forth pack trains to McClellan. I mean, not McClellan, but Irwin McDowell, because I want to keep him in supply, and he's running through supply fairly quickly at this point. But hopefully I'm going to get something fairly soon. One thing I did not look for is See, there are 3 empty pack trains I'm moving up here. One thing I have not looked at. Okay, so these guys are going to get there in 8 days, and that'll help me with my siege. And so that's what I'm hoping for that. Another thing I'm hoping for to do is at some point, I'm not going to do it probably this year since it's late September, and it's probably, only have about maybe 3 more turns before winter hits, or at least heavy rain, mud, maybe even cold weather, who knows. But I'm thinking about, since I have this guy here, if he can stay there, thinking about moving up through here and taking this, or moving him down through here and taking this whole line and actually start moving down through Virginia and North Carolina and kind of bypassing Richmond with some of my other troops. I don't know where Stonewall Jackson is, but he has a fairly large army, and that concerns me. I have Butler moving to Suffolk, and we're going to try to see if we can't cause some commotion down here and maybe draw a little bit of the pressure off of McDowell's troops. And then I just have a whole bunch of others. And the same thing about this, about the lake date. I was thinking about moving him down, but since it's such rough territory, I don't really want to do it right before winter. But when spring comes, I'm thinking about moving him down through here, and then maybe hooking up onto this railroad line, and then start moving down and picking up some of these places, maybe in Tennessee and then in Georgia. That's some of the strategy I'm thinking of. I have this guy set to assault this Clarksburg. I have this guy, and actually I think I can make him a corps. I can. And I'm going to move him down here and see if I can't do something. It really concerns me that a formation that's 1148 is sitting in Louisville. So maybe I don't know, maybe I shouldn't do that, because if he moves across here, then I'll be crossing a river and I'll lose that battle. There's no way I'd win it. So let's see if we can't maybe come down here and take Lexington instead. That's one thing that I just decided. I didn't realize that. Moving General Lew Wallace down to Madisonville, and see if we can't take Madisonville back. I've got this formation here that's kind of floating around. I don't know how much power he has. And something I mentioned in one of my previous episodes, I'm building a lot of cavalry so that I can start using them to kind of screen and scout and south of Richmond, just to kind of see where Stonewall Jackson is, because I really want to know what he's up to, where he's going, what he's doing. If he's moving towards Richmond, I want to know that, although I probably won't retreat in the face of him attacking, but which means if he attacks me, I'll probably lose a battle, even with the entrenchment at such a good level with them right now. He'd probably lose more troops, but I'd probably lose a battle. Seems like that's the way it's been going here a little bit here recently. Anything else that I'm looking at? We can take a look at all the things. This is what I'm building mostly, except the pack trains, although I'm probably going to give some of the pack trains to the amphibious force, but the rest of these are all going to be, except maybe some of the cavalry, rest of these are all going to be part of the amphibious force. We got, well, it doesn't really tell us, does it? But I know I have some Marines, I have some engineers, I have some signal units, I have some of the balloon formations, a couple more artillery units, and I'm also moving some artillery over as well, because I'm taking some existing forces as well to Danbury, Connecticut, to build up my army. Hopefully, it'll be a very strong army with hopefully a couple of corps and fully built out corps. And actually, I think I want to take a look at nope, 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 nope. Shoot. I really think I need some 2-stars, actually. There's one. What is he? Artilleryman and slow mover. If I take him out, what does that do? He's still okay. So I'm going to move him up to Danbury, Connecticut as well, and he will become one of my corps leaders in the new army I'm making. And that should be enough to take New Orleans if it's not defended very heavily. Wow. So let's see. Premium for volunteers. I don't know if I want to do that at this point. Notice of drafting. I think I've already done that. Partial mobilization. Conscription pool increased by 10,000. Oh, wait a minute. Exchange prisoners. What was I looking at? I thought I saw something. Oh, that's what this is. It's the notice of drafting partial mobilization. I was thinking it was this. Oh, well, I'm not going to do that. Treasury. No. Various. No. Interior. See, it says just promotion, more war supplies. Once completed, we receive an addition of war supplies. They all say war supplies. I know they produce some cash, but it seems like the most what they do. I know Tom said that they produce a little bit of cash as well, but it just seems like mostly all they do. I mean, they do supply me some money, but it's just like so much war supply, and I already have 1,500 in war supply. I can't hardly use the war supply that I have. Not going to do trade concessions. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm still trying to capture these partisans or whatever they are, these irregular forces that keep screwing around down here in this peninsula, which I don't know what it's called. Is that the peninsula that they talk? I guess it's that one. I don't know. The Peninsula Campaign. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure where the Peninsula Campaign actually was, but because it seems like there's a lot of peninsulas here, but in this peninsula, he's been trying to track this guy down because he's been causing me trouble. He keeps moving back and forth and back and forth. That's another thing I thought of. I want to Mid-Atlantic, Northwest. Old Northwest. Yes. I hope I'm not just making a speed bump. Because I don't think these are very strong units. Even 5 of them, I think, only 5 of them, I think, is, 15 each, which makes it 75 power, and it's not really enough for a full core or something if it's coming up. But anyway, let's go ahead and process this turn and see what happens. And hopefully some good stuff happens. Hopefully Richmond will surrender. I've been talking about Richmond surrendering for seems like a year now. And they haven't surrendered yet. And I got one breach that they repaired once. One breach. And that was it. Oh, I didn't really look at what General Grant was doing, but he's over here and he is actually going to pursue a formation that was about 400 power south of St. Louis, and then he was going to move southeast along the river just to see if he might be able to catch that guy again retreating and hopefully bring him to battle. And if not, then I might move him back to St. Louis, but I really think I want to keep him in this area to counteract some of this stuff that's going on over here, because they seem to be very active in this area, in western Kentucky, Illinois, Missouri, and that little kind of area. They're very, very active, and I need to. This guy's gotten on a train, so I wonder where he's going. Oh, and this dude just went up to Madison. I wonder what that is. What is this? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we took Clarksburg. I don't think I'm ever going to get that guy to a place where he's not going to keep getting attacked. That's... That's probably Stonewall Jackson right there, that 821 power. Yeah. So he's probably going to come and try to push Whipple back. Well, we've won, I think, every battle except the one over there with Edwin Sumner. See how active they are around here? I need to counteract that. And now, somehow, Stonewall Jackson has slipped past Whipple and gotten a little northeast of him. Okay, let's see. Chasseurs d'Afrique. The first all-black regiment in the United States history has been formed from the free Negroes in Union-controlled New Orleans. While their technical name is the 1st Regiment Louisiana Native Guard, they call themselves the Chasseurs d'Afrique, Hunters of Africa. The South is outraged by the North's use of black soldiers. During the Civil War, more than 24,000 blacks from Louisiana joined the Union Army, the largest black contingent from any state. Approximately 180,000 African Americans served in the Union Army during the Civil War. Mitchell. McPherson. Are we not? Is that not this guy not under siege? And this guy's not active again. He's not active either. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Wish he was active. Damn, everybody's inactive. Alright. Except him. He has no... They have no wall, so they should... We should be able to just assault them and take them down. Where did this damn, that's scary. Where did that formation that was under Braxton Bragg go? It's really kind of concerning me. First Indiana. It's funny how there are two of them called the 1st Indiana, but I pointed that out to the developers and they didn't think it was that big of a deal. Which is okay. I mean, I'm not saying they should have, but it just was just looked strange to me. We won a battle and gained 1 national morale, and we must have lost one too. Changes from objectives under control. Okay. We still have them. They don't say how much their power is, but 5 times 11, about 55. This guy's still bugging me. Let's make sure McDowell has enough supply. And what we're going to do is there any artillery in his? No, crap. Hate that. Maybe if I put him Yeah, that works. That got him up. Nice. Nicely done. And he's 16 of 17, so... Oh, I was going to put one of them in his army, actually. Or his corps. I don't know if that is exactly how it should be done, but that's how I'm doing it. Maybe we'll start getting some breaches now. Where did Stonewall Jackson go? That's very, very, very concerning to me. We took Clarksburg. We lost Fort Abercrombie. While taking Union, we took Union in Pennsylvania. We took Suffolk. Confederate States captured Bloomington. Damn it. That pisses me off. Which has farm fields. 75 supply. Why is my... What in hell is going on there? Is it from that Emancipation Proclamation thing I did? I wonder if I can turn that off. Forces, war protection, various... Treasury, interior. Well, that sucks that we only have -9 in money. The treasury, there's nothing to do with the treasury that we can increase our money. We might have units dispersed or disbanded if we don't. That doesn't change very quickly. Yeah, he needs to get the... I probably should take St. Charles. Union Detachment. Cape Henry. Is that this one? Yeah. Alright, let's bring them back to Norfolk. Destroyed Taos. See, Hamilton has been blamed. We won the battle. But, as we all know, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Let's see what we have up here. Where's McClellan? Is he still moving, or did he stop because he ran into battle? Let's change him to... Crap, where did McClellan go? Oh, wait a minute. I can do this. There he is. He's still moving, I guess. Moving to Fairfield, Connecticut. That's it. Danbury, Fairfield. So we're good on that part. That's out of supply. I need to watch that. Alright, I think we can... Wait a minute. Let's just make sure. Okay, I counteracted the demonstration that was in Harper's Ferry. Let's go on the offensive with W. Franklin. Probably make him my thumbnail. Have absolutely no idea how long I've been going on this, but let's run one more turn in this episode and then see what we get, and then maybe do a little bit of planning and strategizing, and then close the episode. It's probably only 30-something minutes long, but as I have mentioned before, I do not want to really run too many episodes into the 40, 50 minutes like I had been doing. And yeah, I think 35 minutes is a nice good number, a nice round number. And I do appreciate everybody watching. I know I hadn't posted any of these videos since probably Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday, because Friday I went drinking, and then Saturday I was watching football all day and got all hyped up and didn't really, after it was all over at about 8 o'clock, I was just really not up to doing some episodes that night. And then, of course, then it's today, and I'm doing some today. I thought about not doing some today. I really like playing the game, but you get kind of tired, and you kind of push things off, and that's kind of what happened. But I do appreciate everybody watching. I think I'm up to 54 subscribers, and if you if you like the Let's Play of what I'm doing here, or any of my other Let's Plays, then you're welcome to subscribe. I'm certainly not going to tell you not to subscribe, that's for sure. Okay, Lew Wallace took Madisonville. Nice. Oh, crap. How did Stonewall Jackson get there? Oh, that's going to be a massacre. Oh, I got a breach on Richmond. Those siege artillery units are very nice for me. And it looks like Kearney has pushed whoever that was out of Bloomington, Illinois. Bloomington? Was it at Bloomington, Illinois? I'm not sure. There we go. Oh, yeah. See, I don't know how he has 21,000 men there, but he didn't participate in the battle. Maybe he was moving out while I was moving in. Here comes Grant. Oh, crap. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Nice indeed. Although they didn't completely destroy that formation. I don't like that, but that's minor stuff. Don't really like there being 2 units over here that are over 100 in power. $12 days. Yeah, 108. We got a bump from one of our battles. We lost 25 victory points because we didn't have enough troops up here. I forgot all about it. But 25 victory points is nothing. If I'm going to win this game, it's probably going to be... There's that breach in Richmond fortifications. If I'm going to win this, it's probably going to be by destroying their morale by taking... Yeah, Winchester. Winchester was which one? Okay, it was that one. Nicely done. Ooh. See, he's inside that... Damn it, I wish he could get some battle with that guy. What I was saying was he's inside that city. If I can bottle him up... Richmond fortifications are besieged and totally breached. I don't know that I can... I'm right at 1,200. Which I don't know if I can destroy them, because look, Jay Wheeler's corps is 1152, and then the other CSA detachment's 38. That gives them right at about 1,200 in power, and I'm at 1,200 in power, 1,300 in power, basically. That is not, to me, a good trade. I want it to crap. Oh well. There we go. 894. He jumped a little bit there, and so didn't he. He was at 480 something. Now he's at 556, and he was at about 820 or 830, and now he's at 894. That's pretty strange. I mean, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it, but it seemed a little strange. Oh, he's got more damn supply than he knows what to do with. We'll give a couple more to Hamilton. Wait a minute. Oh. Yeah. We'll give one to Jay Reynolds for us too. Hamilton. So let's see. Hamilton is at 556. He's at 894. So that puts him at about 1,400. I still really don't think I can take Richmond in that sense. I love that we're so entrenched. That pretty much gives us a somewhat decent advantage. Kansas is unsupplied. Ulysses S. Grant has been congratulated. Fitzjohn Porter, William Franklin, all of them have been congratulated, which is very nice. Very nice. Oh, we captured a Columbiad artillery. Oh well. And of course, we are inactive, or we could assault. Oh boy. And then 82, 21, 69. I think I'm going to get that squadron out of there, though. Just in case. I really don't want to lose this ironclad or I think it's an ironclad. Armored, yeah, ironclad. If these guys are able to take this city. But that concerns me right there, that Braxton Bragg is sitting right below him at with 1,400 in power. So I'm going to move him right back across the river. Let's do that. He's active. Let's I don't know. What? Oh, that's me. I was about to say, how do they have 1,000 power, but it's me? Forney is a 4.32, and of course this guy's a horrible 3.11. He dropped from 4.11. Why did he drop from 4? Oh well. And let's see. There is our Milroy. So once we get everybody here and get all these units built, I think I had a brain cramp on that and sent some of them to Danbury and some of them to New Haven. And Danbury doesn't really look like it even has a port, and they do, of course. So I wanted everybody to go to New Haven. So I'll just move him along. And this guy right here is a badass. He was the commanding general at Gettysburg, I believe, for the Union side. And of course, if you know anything about the American Civil War, you know that Gettysburg was the most devastating battle to the Confederate side, because they lost a lot of troops, and it pretty much ended any chance whatsoever of them ever winning the war, because from then on they were basically retreating. The only thing is, he was criticized a little bit because he didn't chase after them and destroy their army completely, and some people think he could have. I think he's the one that did it. I wonder if it'll say here. No, it doesn't say. But maybe he'll be the old snapping turtle. Maybe he'll be my thumbnail. I'm pretty sure it was me that was the commanding general at Gettysburg. If it was, there was a lot of good generals on both sides at Gettysburg. Chamberlain, Reynolds, of course Robert E. Lee was there, and Streeter for the Confederacy, and a couple others. Of course, there was some criticism of some of the Confederate generals, because there were certain things that they didn't do that helped them lose the battle, and there was something about a crossroads not being taken or something, I don't know. But anyway, I think the biggest criticism about Gettysburg was that Meade was able to get his forces set up on the hills and basically pick the battlefield and force the Confederacy to attack them in their set positions. And of course, that was pretty much ended up being a disaster for the Confederacy, although it was really close. I think it was really close which side would have won, but eventually the Union prevailed, and it was a devastating defeat for the Confederacy. And that's why we're all still the United States. I'm wondering, Okay. If somebody comes up here to try to break the siege and they sortie, Franklin's screwed. Unless I mean, yeah, Franklin's screwed unless I can get Whipple, not Whipple, Jay Foster up there in time. All right, folks. If you liked what you saw, subscribe and click like and everything else. And as always, I do appreciate you watching. And I'll try to put out a little bit more regularly some videos this week. And because it's getting really interesting. I'm still kind of playing around out here in the West, not really doing much except for right there. But the East is pretty interesting. I think if we could ever get Richmond to fall, then it'll pretty much open up this whole area for me to start rampaging through. He doesn't look like he has very much with him. It looks like he has a regular and an artillery, and that's it. Several leaders. Probably lose, but anyway. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. This is Gilmer, and I'm signing out on episode 15 of my Let's Play American Civil War 2. See you later.